Let's talk about Starlink. Within just 1 year of its September 2024 launch, Starlink signed up more than 50,000 customers in Zimbabwe. That's one of the fastest technology adoption rates the country has ever seen. There's also news that the government is distributing 8,000 Starlink units to schools across the country. There's businesses that are using it. We know about Tap and Go, for example, in the country that is using Starlink for its entire fleet of vehicles. There's many different businesses that are using it as their primary internet source. Clearly, there's something very attractive about Starlink to the Zimbabwean market. Contrast that with South Africa. Now, South Africa, Starlink cannot legally operate. If you've been following some of the drama, especially online, South Africa's telecoms regulations require that any telecoms to operate in the country require 30% local black ownership. That's under BEE in South Africa. SpaceX, which is the provider of Starlink, has a global policy against local equity dilution, so it will not provide that 30% local black ownership for Starlink. Elon Musk has been very publicly combative about this issue, putting on his platform on X very often that he is blocked from South Africa simply because he is not black. And this has caused a lot of friction back and forth between the South African authorities and Elon Musk himself. South Africa has offered SpaceX an alternative. They have something they call the Equity Equivalent Investment Program, which allows you to invest in local projects as a way to offset that 30% requirement for local black ownership, investing in local projects, infrastructure, skills, rather than necessarily selling equity. SpaceX, on their side, they have claimed that they have pledged 2.5 billion rand or 145 million US dollars in local investment, including 500 million rand specifically to provide free high-speed internet to 5,000 rural schools. So now it's a case of who's going to blink first. But South Africa's caution, as well as several other countries' caution in adopting Starlink, does raise some legitimate questions about the idea of economic empowerment, about regulatory sovereignty. Of course, the end user doesn't care about that. The end user just wants to be able to get fast, cheap internet, right? So how does Africa capture the benefits of having this satellite internet that is affordable and available versus potentially handing over so much economic empowerment to an American company? A very complex question that requires some very intelligent heads to come together and debate.